Hello there everyone, G-Mech again. Just thought I'd take some time, make a video on simple service on a riding mower. I have this riding mower in my shop here, and gonna do a just routine maintenance, air filter, oil filter, change the oil, gonna drain that, go around and check all the tires for air, check just look for loose, anything loose, bolts, anything showing any kind of wear or anything like that. So let's get this oil change started. So when you want to go ahead and do your oil change, you need an oil filter wrench. Sometimes you can get them off just by hand. I serviced this mower the last time, so either that or my dad did, and we don't usually put them on hand tight with a quarter turn just to seat the gasket. It's always a rule of thumb. So we'll go ahead here and use the filter wrench to take this off. And then this here has one of those, zoom the camera in here a little bit. This one works in this situation. I'm not exactly a fan of these. This one's actually loose. You basically kind of twist them, and in theory, just like that, give it a tug, oil comes out. And then what you want to do is up here, zoom this out here a little bit, pull the oil dipstick tube out like that so it gets some air. So we'll zoom back out here, and we'll take and go to the air filter. As again I say, what I'm trying to do with my channel, anything that someone could do themselves, one, makes you more reliable. You can work on things for other people that can't do it, and just good maintenance goes a long way, and equipment will last a very long time. So here's our air filter. That's the clean side. Dirty side, we're going to take and check this with the light. First we're going to blow it out with the air, and then we'll take and check it in drop cord. So with my compressed air, some people may not have this. You could bounce it off, bounce it on the tire or wherever, and maybe get any loose dirt out of it. Me, I have compressed air, so I will take the blow from the clean side, blow it all out, and then I'll go on the dirty side. Anything that's loose. We'll hopefully take it out and go back to the clean side and finish it up, and then we'll grab our drop light. And you want to take your drop light and shine through it. You can still see through this thing pretty good, but I think we'll go ahead and put this back on. But on the next service, I do believe we're going to need a, I don't know how the camera's picking that up here, but we'll go ahead and put this back in. It actually, the light's shining pretty good through it, and it should filter pretty well for this season. like to take the cover and take the compressed air to that as well. Cover back on. Tighten those bolts up. Now, one thing that I started using a couple years ago, we honed the camera in on this, and if anyone like to use them, you can find them on eBay. Some parts stores have them. This is a clear fuel filter right here. How to be to get a good light on that, but there actually does not look to be any debris in there. So with having the clear filter, that saved me a few minutes in not having to change that or pull it apart to clean it. Now, next, tires. So now we just want to take a read on this, and with being the first service of the year, this mower actually gets used pretty hard where it's used at. And we actually have about 10 pounds in there. And the front, you could do 10 to 15. I like to do 15. Don't take much. You can repeat it on the other side, just a hair more. There we are. Yeah, just a little more. There we are, right on 15 pounds there. Now we go to the back. Okay, now we're going to take and check back tires for air pressure. Back tires, they like to do 5 to 10 pounds. Put the gauge here that you can see it. This one actually has a little more than that in it. We're going to leave that go. We had used. Okay, yeah, we were using this mower for plowing snow during the winter time. So, with it being on my lift here, we can take and look underneath, and actually there you can see the drive belt looks like it's pretty where it wore, probably from plowing snow this winter. So we'll have to go ahead and get the numbers for that. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and replace that. I was hoping to have this done today, but with looking at that, it may not be done today. So we're going to go ahead in and get that belt off of there, and then we're going to go ahead and order a new one or see if I have one. But some other things you want to check for. You want to check your pulleys, make sure there's no play in them. Obviously we do need the new belt here. And check, these here are actually looking pretty good. You want to get the camera up in there, you know, look for any grease coming out of the back rear. Check the fins on the fan there on the transaxle. And just do an overall, the hangers here, we'll check them. They look to be decent shape. Just want to go ahead and go over and look at things here. And then before we do that belt replace, you want to take your grease gun in all places that obviously have a grease fitting in them. So we'll see if we can set the light here and do this by one hand here. So you want to put your grease gun in there like that. It's a nice spot on the steering shaft, and then Hopefully if this cooperates. Would it be? I'm out of grease. Okay, you want to go around to every spot on your mower. The axle will have this up here in the front. Hopefully the grease gun will cooperate here. No, actually it's not. There we go. And you just want to clean up the excess. The wheels will have them in there at the axles on both sides. And then basically just any moving part on the mower is where you want to lubricate it. And then it'll make the mower last longer. Okay, continuing on with our service on our riding mower. You just want to go and check your pulleys. The benefit of this for this illustration is here the mower deck is already off the mower because we had the snowplow on it. So you just want to check your pulleys. Take some spray lubricant maybe and spray in there. This one here I do not believe is greasable, so you can't really service it there. You want to check your wheels, maybe give them some oil. You know, the mower will be completely washed once I'm finished with servicing it. That's the last thing I do. You know, cleanliness is godliness. So you just want to go through and check it, and then the case here with this mower, the mower deck here, find something we can lean it up against, and we can look at the condition of our blades. So these here definitely need a sharpen. So we'll go ahead and take these off. We'll unbolt them here, and then we'll take and sharpen them on a hand grinder with flexible disc. And then we'll take and want to clean this debris up, and then maybe spray some kind of lubricant in the deck to help keep it clean. And I notice it helps somewhat keep from debris collecting. And you know, a good thing to use to clear this off is a good putty knife, just to scrape it off. So, but we'll get these blades sharpened up, and we'll put the oil in this thing. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and refill the oil on this. So we'll want to tighten this back up, take our dipstick tube out of the way, and then we're going to go grab an oil filter. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to take my motor oil and I guess I should be showing that in the camera. I like to top my oil off and fill the filter up. Especially on these engines, but there's no old gasket there with taking the old filter off. Spin that on there, the gasket seat, and another quarter turn, and take the rest of your oil and dump it in. Okay, after we get to a good spot, we pull our funnel out here. Clean off our dipstick. Seat the gasket. And check the level. We're actually a little over full, but I think once we run the engine, it should be pretty good. Okay, after running the engine for a few minutes, you can see we have, I don't know if the camera will pick it up there, take and wipe it off, get down, dip it again, and go ahead and check it, and it's pretty well right on the full mark. So that pretty much is it for preventative maintenance. Have a belt to change in that. I might do that in a separate video, and then sharpen blades as well. But you get the regular, in doing so, to take care of your mower. Some of these things are very simple that you can do yourself. You may have to have someone sharpen a blade if you don't have your own grinder, but a lot of times you could take just a file and file your lawnmower blades, and that works just as well, especially if you don't have a more expensive grinder or whatever like that. So I will put up some sharpening videos on how to sharpen a lawnmower engine blade for a regular push mower, riding mower, mulching blade, standard blade. There's all kinds of different kinds out there in future videos. So I want to thank you for watching my channel. Check out the rest of my channel, like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.